What's wrong with being? What's wrong with being? What's wrong with being confident? Oh, I'm sorry, but that's how you make an entrance. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute, and happy new year. In the spirit of the new year, I hope you've peeped my new intro, and then also welcome to a brand new segment of my channel. It's called RADDO RANTS. It's basically where I come on here and rant to you guys about topics that I feel passionate and strongly about. Okay, so as time goes by, as I invite you guys into the conversation, I hope that you guys will participate, and then also, feel free to throw in some requests of things that you'd like to hear my opinion on, and I'd be more than happy to do that. So, with RADDO Rants, right? The comment section is all yours, okay? The purpose of this segment is really to just have conversation. That's it. Like, I just like to talk, okay? So use the comment section and talk to me back. So today I'm going to be talking about a topic that's kind of close to my heart. Oh, before I forget, thank you so much for 200 subscribers. Like, when I came back from my break, I was like, oh, I hope I didn't lose any subscribers, but I actually gained some, so I appreciate that. If you haven't yet subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe, and then give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so as I was saying, what I'm learning about confidence, right? It's a topic that's really close to my heart once again, and yeah, that's what I have to offer. That's what I have to offer today. So let's just get into it. Yeah. Cool. So I feel like with confidence, a lot of people have different definitions for what confidence is, right? So as always, your girl is prepared, okay? I came ready and armed. So I wrote here that confidence means feeling sure of yourself and your abilities from a place of security and not arrogance. I think we can all agree, right? Cool. So I think the first thing that I'm learning about confidence, and now I'm talking about confidence of the self, like being a confident person, you as an individual. I think what I'm learning is that at the core of confidence is trust. I mean, that kind of sounds obvious. Like, of course, if you're confident in something, you trust it. But then, hear me out, right? With self-trust, self-trust for me, it is an aspect in my life personally that I kind of struggle with. I don't mean to overshare. I'm joking. I'm gonna be oversharing all the time here, so just bear with me. So with self-trust, I think that self-trust and confidence go hand in hand, or rather they are interlinked in the sense that, in order to really be a confident person, you have to know that what you have to offer as a person, and then just you as a person, is valuable. Do you understand? What you have to offer as a person, and then also who you are at the core of your being, is valuable. And that's just it. Knowing this, and then, just living your life like you do know this. You understand? So just a little bit of a backstory. Personally, I believe that I've always been a pretty confident person, or at least I've come across as a confident person. As a kid, I feel like I was very fearless. I wasn't afraid of anything. I wasn't afraid of anyone. Like, I would just do what I want. I was very expressive. And then also on top of that, like, I was an extrovert. But then the reason why I'm saying, at least I think I came across as confident, is this extrovert part. Another thing that I'm learning about confidence is that just because you're an extrovert, it does not necessarily mean that you are automatically confident. I think that being an extrovert just simply entails that you are good in social situations, like you thrive in social situations. And you must correct me if I'm wrong, but then like I'm just generalizing right now. So growing up, yeah, I was confident, cool, but then I think it was like when I really started to grow up, especially in high school, that I realized that just because I can hide my stage fright and I'm good at holding conversations with people, it doesn't really mean that I'm a confident person. Like, confidence is something that you work on, and then I mean, you go through certain things in life, and then you realize that sometimes your confidence just takes a hit, and then you have to work on rebuilding it again. You know, it's not like one of those qualities that you just have. Well, I don't know, like maybe some of you guys feel like you just being a confident person and that's just it, but like me personally, as an extrovert, as somebody that is, you know, I think the misconception, like I've said before, is that if you're an extrovert, then like you must be really confident. Like, no, that's not always the case. You know, like I remember I used to do public speaking at school. Like I would shake in my boots just before I gave a speech, and then I'd just get on there and then I'd pretend I knew exactly what I'm talking about, when in reality I wasn't even looking at the people's faces, I was looking on top of their heads. You know what I mean? And then when I'm done giving the speech, I'd go back to shaking again, and then I'd like fall down the spiral of like self-doubt. Oh my god, did I do the speech right? Did they like it? Did I get a good mark? Blah, blah, blah. That shows a lack of confidence. Why? Because I didn't trust the fact that, you know, I had something valuable to say in front of an audience, especially because I was the queen of doing speeches last minute, still kind of am. But then, yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to say here, is that just because you're an extrovert doesn't mean you're confident, because extroversion doesn't really say much about the level of your self-trust. Do you know what I mean? So you see how I was talking about how I was a kid, I was fearless and everything. I think that confidence also has an element of fearlessness involved, right? So along with trust and fearlessness, I think those two things are really what make up confidence, or at least that's what I'm currently learning right now. Trusting in your ability to do a certain thing and what you have to offer, essentially, in yourself or even in somebody else. And then having the fearlessness, like not fearing judgment, not fearing being intimidating or coming across as intimidating, or not fearing other people, or not fearing being yourself, because being yourself can be kind of daunting for like multitudes of reasons, of course. But then again, like I'm saying, trust plus fearlessness equals confidence. That's what I'm learning right now, guys. And like I really feel like I'm speaking right now, like I'm just serving no facts, no printer. And then another thing, confidence can be faked. I'm sure you're listening to me going on and on about fear and trust. Like those are big things, and like I really don't think that gaining self-trust or being a fearless person is something that can be achieved just like that. You know what I mean? Like it takes time. It takes time, dedication, mindfulness. Do you know what I mean? And then there's this saying that says, fake it until you make it. And I think it is so true and is so valid, because confidence can really, really be faked. I must say, you guys, I think I'm a fraud, because this is literally how I live my life. You guys see me talking on here like I know some guys. It's a front. Well, sometimes. But then confidence can definitely be faked, as much as confidence is very much an internal quality and has a lot to do with all these nice internal qualities, all these nice internal things that I've been talking about. Okay, for you to be a confident person is for the world to be able to see you as a confident person, right? Essentially. Of course, along with confidence being an intrinsic thing, yeah, cool. But then the world is, okay, the people of the world are the ones that get to perceive your confidence. So You can deceive these people is basically what I'm trying to say. Like, you can definitely deceive these people, but because, hear me out. Okay, you know how I'm saying that just because you're an extrovert does not mean that you're a confident person? So I think other things like speaking up in a certain tone, you know, like the tone that I'm talking in right now, I'm very convincing, you know, or at least that's how I feel. I'm convinced by the things that I'm saying, okay? And I'd like to believe that I'm convincing you too. Like, I'm speaking in a very convincing tone. I'm standing up straight. I'm not slouching. Like, my body language is nice. Like, I've got great posture. And then also eye contact. And then also most probably like the way that a certain individual walks or the way that I walk. Like, you could think that those things are the things that make me a confident person, when in reality that may not even be the case, you know. So just because I speak a certain way, I walk a certain way, I look at you a certain way, it doesn't really mean that I'm confident. I could be an athlete and my good posture could just be a result of me exercising daily. I could look at you dead in the face, but then that doesn't mean that I'm confident. I could just be judging you for all you know. I could be looking at you and be like, oh my god, look at this one, oh, you know what I mean? So you can kind of like adopt those things in order to make yourself seem confident while you're working on like your self-trust and your fear and all those nice things, you know what I'm saying? But then yeah, confidence can definitely be faked, and I find that once you practice faking it essentially means adopting all of these things, like speaking up in posture, yada yada yada, these things that I'm talking about. Essentially faking it is basically adopting them in order to make yourself seem confident. But then as soon as you practice, you'll become confident. And this is not a how to be confident type thing, but like I feel like I really just have to throw this in because I feel like it just makes sense in this context. But then yeah, confidence can be faked. If you want to appear confident to the next person, just stand up straight, speak in a convictive tone, make eye contact. Ooh, I know that eye contact is scary, child, and it's something that I've recently overcome. But then like, I mean, you can definitely tweak a little bit of things about yourself externally in order to seem confident, and then as time goes by, you will be a confident baddie. Okay, so with all of this being said and done, I know this was kind of a little bit all over the place. I hope you guys are able to understand what I'm saying. But then the way that I'm currently improving my confidence right now is by asking myself 2 questions. Number 1 is, what is it about yourself that you don't trust? If I'm gonna make a practical example about myself, I'm making this video right now, right? I'm a new YouTuber, right? And I'm introducing a new segment to my channel. Obviously, before I got here and stood up here and talked really nice and convincing to you guys, like obviously I was like, I had to ask myself, like, what is it that you don't trust? Like, what don't you trust that what you have to say is valuable enough? Don't you trust that, you know, you're going to tackle this issue with enough intelligence or conviction? Like, what is it about yourself or this thing that you're trying to give to the world? What is it about it that you don't trust, right? And then the second question is, what do you fear so much? And I know these two can be interlinked somehow, but then like depending on the context of your situation, it can be a different thing. But then asking yourself, what are you afraid about? So bringing it back to myself again, I'm afraid that maybe people won't like it. I'm afraid that people won't think I sound convincing enough. I'm afraid that people maybe won't think that I didn't tackle this topic with enough intelligence. Like I didn't come here to give you guys like statistics and like articles and all those nice things that commentary YouTubers do. I'm oversharing again, but then like I said, that's what I'm here to do. So yeah, guys. So yeah, that's basically the things that I've been learning about confidence. This is a rant, so I don't think rants usually have a lot of structure to them. But then again, this is my first RADDO Rants video, and going forward, I'd like to add a little bit more structure into it, seeing that I already have notes written down and everything. So yeah, after watching this video, I hope that you've learned a thing or two about confidence. I hope that I gave you a new perspective on confidence. And with that said, we are at the end of the video. Please give it a like, comment down below, tell me what you think. Do you like this new segment? What would you like to hear me talk about, and everything like that. I'm so happy to be back, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye. I know this was such a sudden outro, but then I mean, I'm done, so thanks for tuning in.